An update to a story that led to change. We first told you about a local veteran who's been battling ALS and the systemic challenges of the South Texas healthcare system. Tonight, he and his family have some good news to share. Warren Findley's hefty medical bill of $43,000 was waived. Findley and his family say receiving the waiver brought them huge relief. It's one less burden in their fight. He thanks News 4 and Paralyzed Veterans of America for standing with him throughout this battle. In a statement, the South Texas healthcare system says the Committee on Waivers and Compromises found that collection of this debt would go against equity and good conscience and has therefore granted the waiver request.
I do the best I can, and knowing I'm not gonna leave my family and an enormous debt makes me sleep really soundly. So I honestly can't complain.
While the VA admitted it made a mistake with his bill, tonight at 6, Warren tells us why he believes there's more to fix with the system.
Thank you, Taylor, so much for all you have done.
Thanks for joining us tonight, friends. I'm Jonathan Martinez.
I'm Mandy Noel. Hope tonight for a local veteran with ALS who came to us after a mistake left him with a $43,000 bill from the South Texas Veterans Healthcare System. And new tonight, he sits down with Taylor Whartonby for the first time since that debt was erased.
You'll notice Warren's voice sounds a little different from when we first introduced you to him. His condition is worsening, but we do have good news ahead of Memorial Day. That medical bill he was facing, we were able to help get that waived.
One less thing I had to worry about.
After weeks of uncertainty and advocacy, Warren Findley, an Air Force and Coast Guard veteran who is used to fighting, has one less burden.
One thing, the VA did not admit fault, but they did state that they found I wasn't at fault, so they did the right thing.
Although Warren is still fighting his ALS, alongside his wife, Madi, and 3 daughters, the $43,000 medical bill being waived was one less battle to face. But as large as the struggle felt for him, he feels the systemic issues with the South Texas Veterans Healthcare System will never truly change.
I think they're hoping that as long as you don't make a stink, you can slip through the system instead of fixing the system. I know there are others dealing with the exact same situation here in San Antonio, and I hope their situation would change too.
We reached out to the South Texas healthcare system after Warren received the letter. In a statement, they said VA's Debt Management Center and the Committee on Waivers and Compromises found that collection of debt will go against equity and good conscience and decided to grant the waiver request. Since we last spoke to Warren, his day-to-day has changed. He jokingly says he's still watching TV.
I had the cough for a week, and now my voice is
Decline.
Yeah.
As for his wife, Madi, she made a promise in sickness and in health. She has since quit her job to be her husband's full-time caregiver.
This is what the experience taught me, that I need to be more centered to my home and take care of my husband and my family.
And through it all, Warren is grateful.
I'm not gonna forget while the cameras are rolling to thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Taylor.
We appreciate it.
Warren says he sleeps peacefully at night knowing he won't be leaving his family any debt. I'm Taylor Whartonby reporting.
I mean, that's got to be a good feeling for you, Warren.
Yeah, I had the PVA fighting the whole way, and it's crazy because about a week after I got on the news, everything was fixed magically. One thing, the VA did not admit fault, but they did state that they found I wasn't at fault, so they did the right thing.
No, did they say anything about when they said he was deemed fit to serve? I feel like that is, that was a big word to put out there for someone who is dealing with what you're dealing with, your illness. Obviously not deemed fit to serve. Did they say anything else about that?
I don't think they did. I honestly thought it was just like clerical error, and that it would resolve itself at some point, like they would catch their mistake. But then we kept receiving letters, and so it was just, it made me nervous.
I think I just got caught up in the machine, and it did get ironed out just a little bit later than it should have, like everything.
Now, I do have another question. Since we brought this to such a big attention, do you think that's partially the reason why the VA acted the way they did, because of the attention that it did grab? Do you think there's other people out there, of course, dealing with a similar situation?
I know there are others dealing with the exact same situation here in San Antonio, and I hope their situation would change too. But I digress, because as large as the struggle felt for me, I feel like once this all dies down, nothing will change, even though I really did get taken care of. I think they're hoping that as long as you don't make a stink, you can slip through the system instead of fixing the system.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, Warren. Maddie, how are you feeling with that bill that was probably lingering over you guys?
I mean, as a spouse, to me it was incredibly difficult in the sense that I have a lot to think about, and then I was working, taking care of the girls, the home, Warren, so my mind just didn't have space for those things. And we did receive a lot of help from the PVA, but it's things that you have to sit down and wrap your head around. And so coping with, emotionally with this disease, it's hard for someone to navigate all the, I guess, the different rules that they have. And so that's what I was dealing with in a sense. Yes, the help is out there, but you have to look for it, and you have to have the mindset for it. But if you have so many things on your plate already, how do you do it?
Exactly. Now, you said when you got that letter, you were a little confused. But once Warren probably explained it to you.
No, what I meant was before that. I just didn't understand why they were billing us. And so,
yeah.
But after we received the letter, I understood what it meant.
What was that first reaction when you opened it and read that letter? I know you must have been, relieved.
Relieved, yes. Yes, completely relieved. And then just one less thing I had to worry about.
Absolutely. So after that story aired, I heard it got to Washington. So walk me through what happened for you guys after that story. Did you start to get a lot of calls?
We did.
From
Chip Roy was one of the calls that we received, and so they were messaging me, and I just didn't know how to address it.
And Castro's office called too and said they were looking into it, and I got a call from Washington that Friday saying they were trying to clear it up ASAP.
That's
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So how has your life changed since we last talked? I know, Warren, you told me you got a little sick and it kind of hurt your voice after a while.
So with ALS, when you overexert, you don't get those neurons back. I got sick. I had the cough for a week, and now my voice is
Declined.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's been hard. But another thing that's changed, I'm thinking of positive things, is that now he has the nurse hours that he was searching for. And personally, his daughter's graduating tomorrow, Ava. We're very proud of her. She's going to MSU in Michigan, and we're just incredibly proud of her. And our daughter Dana, she is going into 6th grade also, and then Debbie's going to go into kindergarten. And then personally, I resigned from my position. I'm stepping away as a teacher, and it's to be Warren's caregiver full time, and just be. This is what the experience taught me, that I need to be more centered to my home and take care of my husband and my family.
And I'm still watching TV all day.
Warren, how are you feeling now? There is some negatives, but I love that you had to share us the positives that's happening. How are you living each day now?
I do the best I can, and knowing I'm not gonna leave my family and an enormous debt makes me sleep really, really soundly. So I honestly can't complain.
And I mean, your girls are doing amazing.
Yeah, they're way better than I ever was. I think it's her genes.
Also, the community in Bernie have been so supportive. They have been reaching out to me. I worked at Kendall Elementary School, and so the teachers, the administrators there have reached out continuously. And back in December, they were bringing meals and, giving us gift cards for meals. And so they're always there. We know we have a family with them. And so we're very thankful to the community.
That's awesome.
And also the military, his unit still reaches out and they still come and visit him. And so, everyone has been so supportive.
That's really awesome to hear. Yeah.
Even his friend from high school came to visit him a couple of nights ago.
That's really sweet.
I know.
Awesome.
So a lot of good things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna forget, while the cameras are rolling, to thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Taylor.
We appreciate it.
I'll make you cry, Warren. Yeah, absolutely. You guys have been a pleasure to work with, but you guys are just, above all, just incredible people. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah. Warren, wasn't expecting that, man.
I was trying to get you to cry.
I knew
Almost had you.
Oh yeah, but you guys have been amazing to be friends with, honestly.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you guys want to share with us while the cameras are rolling? Any message to the VA?
Thank you.
Well, I do. I want it to be known that all the doctors and nurses and specialists and social workers have done nothing but try to help me the entirety of the last year. And the system is failing them too. I just wanted that to be shared.